All right, let's talk about taking back your day. We're going to break down a really simple but honestly powerful framework that's all about helping you end the day feeling accomplished, not just, well, busy. If you've ever looked at the clock and wondered, where did all that time go? Then this is for you. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's start with a question, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Does this sound familiar? You spend the entire day just moving, emails, meetings, putting out little fires all over the place, only to finally sit down at the end of it and realize you never even touched the one thing you really needed to do. It's such a frustrating feeling, right? And it's exactly what we're going to tackle today. So, what's really happening here? Because this isn't just you having a bad day, it's a pattern. The source material actually has a name for it: the unproductive day trap. And it's this kind of vicious cycle that just systematically grinds our best intentions into a long, long list of unfinished tasks. This slide just nails it, doesn't it? It's that daily emotional roller coaster. We all start out on the left. Today's the day I'm going to crush it. But somehow, somewhere between that first sip of coffee and the last email, we end up stranded on the right, just totally confused about where all those precious hours vanished. The intention was there, for sure, but the result? Total chaos. And here is the absolute key to understanding this. The problem isn't your motivation. It's not your work ethic. It's your method. The real issue is that for so many of us, the very first thing we do in the morning is invite that chaos right in the front door. We start the day reacting, not acting. But here's the really good news. This is completely fixable, and the solution isn't some huge, complicated life overhaul. Nope. It all starts in the first 5 minutes of your day, which brings us right to our next section, the morning clarity ritual. So this slide just perfectly lays out the two paths you can take every single morning. On the left, you've got the chaos method. You know it well. Grab the phone, get blasted with notifications, and instantly you're pulled into everybody else's agenda. But look at the right, the clarity method. All it's asking for is 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. Just a few minutes to intentionally decide what your priorities are for the day ahead. Okay, so what do you do in those 5 minutes? How do you figure out what truly matters? Well, the source offers this wonderfully simple framework called the Rule of Three. And the whole point here isn't to create another one of those massive, scary to-do lists. It's about getting laser-focused on what will actually move the needle. So here's the breakdown. It's so simple. Step 1, you choose 3 and only 3 important, significant tasks. These are your main priorities. Then, step 2, add 2 smaller, easier tasks. These are great for building momentum, like firing off a specific email or making a quick call. And finally, step 3, pick one optional, nice-to-have task. And that's it. All of a sudden, your day has a clear, totally achievable structure instead of just an endless, overwhelming list. Okay, so having a plan is a massive first step. Huge. But let's be real, a plan is pretty useless without some protection, right? So how do you actually execute that plan with focus and defend your precious time from all those inevitable distractions? Well, that brings us to section 3, executing with deep focus. The key tactic here is something called time blocking. So instead of having a floating to-do list, you give every single one of your important tasks an actual appointment in your calendar. Work on presentation, 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. Just doing that simple thing signals to your brain, hey, this is a real commitment. This is what we're doing right now. Of course, a schedule is only as good as its defenses. And the advice for protecting your time is, well, it's brutally simple, but it is incredibly effective. Put your phone in another room. Seriously, turn off every single non-essential notification on your computer. You have to actively build yourself a little fortress of focus. Now, when it comes to that focus time, there's a specific number that the source material really highlights as being the sweet spot for a deep work session. It's not a full hour, which can feel intimidating, and it's not a short 20-minute sprint. That number is 45. And there it is, 45 minutes. The whole idea is you set a timer and you commit to that block of time for one of your important tasks with absolutely zero interruptions. That means no checking email, no quick look at social media, just pure, deep focus on the single thing you scheduled. And after that 45-minute sprint, you take a break, a real one. You get up, you stretch, you look out a window, and this break is completely guilt-free because you earned it. But, and this is a critical rule, do not just switch to scrolling on your phone. Your brain doesn't register that as rest, it just sees it as a different, less demanding fire hose of information. Finally, let's talk about the end of the day. Because this isn't just about winding down, it's about setting up a powerful feedback loop that turns one good day into a consistent, productive habit. This is what's called the progress principle. This end of day ritual is just two simple steps. First, you just take a second to review what you actually got done. This isn't about judging yourself, it's about acknowledging your progress, which is what fuels motivation. And second, and this is the magic part, you plan your top 3 tasks for tomorrow. By doing this the night before, you completely eliminate that morning indecision and you wake up with a crystal clear mission. And this really gets to the core philosophy of this whole framework. It's not about trying to have a flawless, superhumanly productive day every single time. I mean, come on, that's just not realistic. The real goal is to make small, consistent progress day after day. That's what builds momentum, that's what leads to those massive results over time. So, as we wrap up, I want you to put this into action right now. Don't wait for the chaos of tomorrow morning. Take a moment and actually answer the question on this slide. What will be your single most important task for tomorrow? Decide on it now, write it down, and you've already won half the battle. You are already one step ahead of the game.